Tennessee Prime from Gus's World Famous Fried Chicken here off Sutherland Avenue, alongside Jason Swain. Joined this week by Cade Mays and Byron Young. BY, welcome to the show, buddy.
Appreciate having me.
Byron is really kind of settled in, Jason, to that pass rusher role the last few weeks. Really been picking up his game and has been really disruptive, getting in the backfield several times.
No, for sure. I mean, that's one thing we heard about Byron coming in. That was a scout report. That's what I saw at fall camp, someone that was consistent, getting to the passer, getting to the backfield, causing havoc, being able to get tackles for loss, and we saw that out there on Saturday. So I know it felt good for you, Byron, man, getting a chance to play against the home state team. Everyone had a tackle for loss, it seemed like, and you were one of those guys that had one too.
Yes, sir.
Did you have one?
I think I had one too. I had tackle for loss and a touchdown. Receiving and rushing. And a touchdown pass. So I did it all, man. And a pancake block. I know Kay had a couple of those too. So, I mean, when you beat a team the way Tennessee beat South Carolina, 28 points in the first quarter, and, man, I feel like everybody ate a little bit.
You and I were talking about this a couple of days ago. It just looks like you guys are having a blast out there.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
on a couple of those plays, I think you almost beat the skill guy to the end zone to lift him up in the air.
For sure, yeah, man. It's scoring that many points like so quick. It's so much fun. Just like when everything's clicking on all cylinders, and you just like there's a swag like about the offense and just the whole team out there. When defense is out there stopping them 3 and out, and then we get to go back out there and score on 3 or 4 plays. Like, it's cool. It's definitely special.
I think Kay was jealous of Ollie Lane last week, still in the spotlight when he was running on Tyon's touchdown. So Kay was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get my time to shine now."
I'm working on my 40.
Just remember though, if you score too quick, then that means you got to have somebody go down on the extra point. So Byron, we'll flip it to you. You had to set up those first 2 games, and you talked about it when you met with the media after that, just like how much that kind of like hurt you / fueled you. Do you feel like the rust is officially off now that you've got a handful of games under your belt?
Oh, yes, sir, definitely. Like at the beginning, I had to sit out, got a little rusty, but I'm really back. I'm back full effect right now. I'm pretty ready.
What do you feel like you're doing well the last couple of games?
Using my hands and my speed with my quickness. Starting off, I was kind of hesitant about using my hands, but the past couple of games, I would use my hands a lot and my speed.
When we met with the players today, they talked about actually I think it was Coach Jean-Marie talked about when the offense is on the field, the defense is sometimes gets caught watching, what the offense is doing up on the jumbotron and vice versa. When you guys are playing well together, is that kind of how it is on both sides of the ball, where you're waiting for the next turnover if you're on offense, or you're waiting for the next touchdown if you're on defense?
Oh yeah, sir, definitely. It's fun to watch. Like I just sit there and just look at the jumbotron, watch them do their work. So it's really relaxing. Giving us a little break, them scoring touchdowns, making everybody happy.
Why are you calling Austin sir? You call him sir. You just call him AP. You call him Austin. You don't deserve to be called a sir. This is a chill conversation.
I don't want to be sir.
Yeah, making us feel old.
I'm sorry, it's just how I've been raised.
I know.
I totally get it, man. I don't want you to get a whooping or anything, man. Yeah. So I totally get it. I don't want folks coming over here.
Yeah, my dad see this.
I don't want that to happen.
I'd rather be sir than Mr. Price or Mr. Swain.
Oh yeah, sir
That's
is
when
cool.
You're officially too old.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Man, you guys getting some love from some national attention right now. It wasn't that case a couple weeks ago. How has it felt for you guys now that you're getting a little national attention? How does it feel for you guys?
I mean, me personally, I don't look at what people are saying, all that stuff, like all the noise, all the buzz. I mean, like I've said in weeks past, like you win a game and then you reset and you got another one to go win. So like you just can't focus too much on that, because like the same people that last year at the beginning of the season that weren't too hot on us, now they're hot on us.
Yeah.
So I mean, you really can't get caught up in their opinions and stuff.
Back then they didn't want me. Damn hot, they all on you,
Thanks.
right? That's right. Guys, Uniswag uniform of the week. Black dark mode uniforms with the orange letters and the orange stripe, white helmets, black face mask with the black outline. Did you guys look at yourself in the mirror before you went out and ran through the tee and just said, "Man,
like 10 times.
I look good."
Like 10 times. I promise you. Kept going in the mirror.
Were you in there Instagram selfieing in the mirror?
Oh yeah, everything. I was just taking pictures.
Snapchats and everything else.
Yeah, because you never know when we're gonna wear them again. So I just live in the moment.
Well, Coach Heupel says that the players decide what you guys wear. Is that right?
Yeah.
Do we think we could see that helmet on the road with white top and black pants? What do you think?
I mean, I would think so. Maybe. I don't know. I said, since it's spooky season, it's Spooktober, I said, let's wear black all the home games in October. But they weren't feeling it.
That's not flying.
Yeah.
Rule number 1 of Spooktober is embrace the spook. So, black jerseys, spooky. Rock them till the 31st.
Hey,
you are on a leadership council, though, right?
Yeah.
So
I said it. I can show you the text.
I'm just saying, leadership council.
I'll be cool with that.
Yeah, man. You guys look good. You know the old saying, you look good, you feel good, you play good. So it certainly looked like you guys were feeling good about how you were looking, and you certainly played very, very well.
When you look back at the last 2 weeks, did you all see that coming? Like the offensive explosion, the cutting down on the turnovers, the cutting down on the penalties, making plays on defense, winning the turnover battle. I mean, was there a point where you're like, yeah, I could see us starting to trend in the right direction?
I've been knew we had it in us. Like I said during camp, we've been had it in us. We just had to bring it out. Like we're a new system. A lot of new guys working together. So I just felt like we just need a little time. Get our foot wet and then stuff like that. But it's all coming together now. So I've been knew we had it in us.
For you, is there a defensive call that comes in where you're like, all right, this is it?
When we ran,
I'm not asking you to give defensive calls. I'm just saying, is there one where you're like, okay, this is it?
Yes, when they like a certain stunt, when I know, I got an advantage over the tackle or something like that. I just get ready to get off the ball, make the play.
Man, I want to know how was it playing against your home state team, because I'm from Alabama, and I circled every year. I circled Alabama, 3rd Saturday in October. People can say, well, you treat every game like it's the same. Whatever. That's hogwash, man. Alabama game meant a little bit more. It meant a little bit more. Yeah. Did it mean more for you? And if you did, how was it? Not only just beating South Carolina, but man, y'all, it was ugly. Guys like you and Jalen being able to make plays.
Yeah, I mean, it felt great. I don't really hold grudges, but they kind of looked over me a little bit. They came after me after Tennessee offered me. back in the fall last year. At first, they weren't really talking to me. Then as soon as Tennessee offered me, everybody wanted to jump overboard. But, yeah, they kind of looked over me. But it felt great beating them down like that.
I mean, you look like Jalen had the touchdown catch.
Yeah.
Tyon had the touchdown run. Those South Carolina kids did play well last week.
Tyon looked like Bolt out there on that run, man. He was rolling.
He was out of there.
He was rolling, man. That was fun to see.
What player on this offense thrives on confidence more than the others? Is there one?
I mean, I'm sure everybody who's out there, I think thrives off confidence. You know what I mean? Like everybody goes out there and has a confidence, a swag about themselves. Like nobody's going out there no confidence. I don't really know if I can do this. Because I mean, you're you go out there like that in the SEC, you're not gonna survive. You got to go out there with a confidence about yourself, and I think everybody the way we're playing right now, I think everybody's got some confidence in them.
So I thought, just because he had the early season drops, not to harp on that, but I thought the catch for Jalen Hyatt that was a bullet and an incredibly tough catch.
Yeah.
I thought that was something that could potentially get him going, because he's that kind of guy that, if he starts clicking, that it just changes. It changes the depth of the routes and everything on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
What offensive line-wise, where do you feel like you guys are? Cooper's getting healthier. Jerome started to pick things up the last few weeks at center and is more comfortable there than earlier in the year.
I feel like we're communicating well. We're playing pretty clean. No penalties. Last 2 weeks we haven't had any pre-snaps. I don't think. I don't think we've even had any. Maybe we've had a hold or something, but penalties have been way cut down. We're communicating well. We're just all playing together as a unit, and that's what you got to do as an O-line to succeed, is just all 5 guys play together.
All right, for both of you, Hendon Hooker has just kind of calmed the seas on the offensive side of the ball. He's kind of got that calm demeanor about him, doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low.
Sure.
Named Davey O'Brien watch list this week. Just what's he given you guys, that impresses you?
Just like you said, his composure. He never gets too high, never gets too low. He's just always Hendon. You know what you're going to get from him day in, day out. He's going to come in, he's going to work, and he's going to try to put our offense and our team in the best position to win.
What about you? I mean, you're going against him in practice.
I like how confident he is. He always been confident. He just sat in the pocket, let everything happen. He does what's best for the team, not for himself. I'd say that.
I mean, how happy are you guys for someone like Hendon? Because Kay, you've had your adversity. Byron, you've had your adversity. Had to sit out the first 2 games, and Hendon, he's had his adversity as well. I mean, health-wise, questioning whether he would be able to play at the same level as before. Just how has it been for you guys just watching him, battle some early season adversity, not starting, but now just being ready when his number's called?
I mean, I think it says a lot about who he is as a person. He's definitely prepared. He's worked, and when his number was called, he went out there and he did his thing. And just played hard, played smart, and that's what it takes is somebody like him, just always composed. A team, a true team player. I would say Hendon's the definition of just a team player. He will do anything, for the team to take that next step for the team to win.
We talk about you guys having fun. We talk about, him stepping up. We talk about that next step, next man up mentality that everybody, it's kind of coach speak, but in a lot of ways it's proved to be true with you guys. I mean, look at a guy like Brandon Turnage, gets his first start, SEC Defensive Player of the Week with 14 tackles. The linebackers having to step up when guys have went down and have played well. Is that the kind of blue-collar mentality you think this team has? That's for both of you.
Yeah, I'll answer it first. There's a bunch, there's 22 guys on the field at a time, but, there's other guys that could come in and, just go off, go crazy. And I think it says a lot about how we practice. It's not just the guys that aren't playing, that week or, haven't been getting in the rotation that much. They still come in, attack it, try to get better. And, that's what great teams do is not only those 22 guys or the people that are getting the majority of the reps, it's the guys that, haven't seen the field very much that year, just coming in and week out every day, just trying to get better.
What was the first interaction between you guys on the football field. You got fall camp, you got drills that you go up against each other. Couple full scrimmages. Did you guys get a chance to go at each other, go against each other in fall camp? And
yes, sir.
How was that, man? Because iron sharpened iron, right?
Yeah,
for sure. Like BY took a huge jump from like spring ball. He got here. We were kind of thin, like at his position, and he was taking the majority of the reps. And something that I saw out of him, he had really good switch, like off the edge, a really good get off and stuff, but he hadn't figured out how to use his hands yet. And then he worked his butt off, throughout the summer and stuff, gained weight, and then the first practice, like when I saw him, I was like, he's gotten faster. He's just because you can tell, like he played against somebody, they're a step faster. You know what I mean? And he figured out how to use his hands. And, fall camp, it was problematic. Just every snap having somebody with his speed, his athleticism, and strength, and then figuring out how to use his hands. So he definitely took a huge step. Like,
did he give you the business, Kate? Did he give you the business a couple times?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
I'm just saying. I just want to know.
Cade
it's okay.
He got a sack or two.
Yeah, it happens, man. It happens when you go up against good players.
Cade realized he got faster when he went.
Oh, you okay, Hendon?
Hey, give me some props now.
All right, B.Y., it's your turn now.
I'm not gonna lie.
He put those hands on you,
It's
didn't
pretty
he?
tough going against Cade. Like that's why I love like during camp. I try to make it sure I went against him like in pass rush drills and stuff like that because I never really beat him. So when I do beat him, it's one of them celebrations. I'm happy. I know I'm working. You know what I'm saying? He sometimes he'll want me to come on his side. He'll say I want BY to come. You know what I'm saying? Just for us to get both of us to get work. You know what I'm saying?
What's the difference in him smiling here and cutting up, and when you're in a live rep, the change in demeanor? Because I think there probably is one, right?
No, I mean Cade is Cade. Like he's cool. Like when we in practice, he got a mindset, but at the same time he still chill. So he ain't really like a big change. But during the play,
That's what I'm saying. Like during the play.
Yeah, during the play, right then.
How intense does it get?
Oh yeah, really intense. Like when you get his hands on you, it's over with. But he get pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey Byron, I played with some guys that played some JUCO ball, played at prep school, and just their appreciation, coming in and having the facilities, having everything laid out for you, having your laundry done, the food laid out for you, man. Just how was it your first week, first month on campus? Realize like, oh, this is why I put the work in, man. This is the sacrifices. This is why I make these sacrifices to get to this level. How was it the first week, first month for you?
It was really like crazy, like because like I came from a JUCO, like everything, what I'm saying, I had to get out the mud. Versus coming to Tennessee, like every day, sometimes I still be like, it's crazy I'm at the University of Tennessee. But it's really wild. It's a big difference. I love it. I don't take nothing for granted. So like I really appreciate everything I'm doing right now and everything that they doing for me. So yeah, it's a really big difference.
Yeah, I know your folks real proud of you, man. Because it takes a lot just to stay mentally focused when you're not getting that recognition. You're watching college football and there's not even JUCO teams on there, and that's where you want to be. And then you finally get there, man. I know your parents are real happy for you.
Sir.
All right, we're going to take our first break. When we come back, we'll get to know Byron Young. We already know Cade. Everybody knows Cade. But we get to know Byron Young, the guy they know as BY. Find out where he's come from. Find out where he wants to go next on the other side of Tennessee Prime.
Locally owned, Gus's is located on Sutherland Avenue and has been voted the best fried chicken in every city they've ever gone to. Throw in some delicious and mouth-watering sides, and it's easy to see why Gus's is a must-have at your dinner table. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
Ever wonder what the best source of Tennessee and college football talk is? Tune in to the Swain Event every morning from 7 to 10 a.m. You can listen on the Swain Event app or catch the live stream on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook Live. If you can't listen in real time, it's all good. Just click on the podcast icon in the app and listen at your convenience. Get all the information on the Vols all year long with the Swain Event. You will not find a better mix of Big Orange news and opinion anywhere else.
Volquest.com has been the gold standard for Tennessee football coverage for over 20 years, led by an experienced staff with over 600 games covered amongst them.
Speed, and then some more speed.
Volquest takes you behind the scenes with features on coaches and players. For only $9.95 per month, find out why Volquest continues to set that standard.
And welcome back into Tennessee Prime from Gus's world-famous fried chicken here on Sutherland Avenue. All right, Byron Young. So a lot of people know your story. You play high school ball and then end up out of football working at the Dollar General. See a flyer for Georgia Military. Decide to go on a whim and give it a try, and now here you are at Tennessee. When you were working at the Dollar General, just kind of take me through that time in your life and how different was that?
It was really different. I was like on my own type deal, Mom and Dad was in South Carolina, I was in Georgia, so I was living with my brother, but I had a lot of responsibility. My first time having a job, so it was a big difference. Working at Dollar General, I just knew it was, not really for me. I wanted more, type deal, so went back to school and stuff like that. Kept working out. I knew I wanted to play football, so I just, continued to work out, stayed in school, and, now I'm here, so.
Can't you see the scene in the movie of the life of Byron Young, Swain? Like, whoever, I don't know who we'll go Michael B. Jordan's playing you in the movie. And the wind blows over the flyer, just like rolls up right to him, and he looks and he goes, huh. And then next thing you know.
It's
like a Disney deal.
Yeah, it is. Of course you're going to say Disney. That's your spot. Of course you're going to say Disney. But yeah, man, I mean, that is movie quality right there, man. His story is remarkable. I don't know if I could have done that.
Then gets here,
to be honest.
Has to sit out 2 additional games, which is the dumbest rule on the earth.
Yo, I was ready to fight somebody over that, Byron. I had your back, man.
For real.
I was ready to fight. I was hot.
I appreciate that.
I was hot. Yeah.
Clearly it was your fault that the prep school went belly up after 2 games.
Yeah.
I was ready to fight somebody at that prep school.
So, favorite thing that you did when you worked at the Dollar General?
Favorite thing I did?
Yeah.
Made money, probably.
Made money?
Yeah, I
What
didn't
were your responsibilities?
So I was, I had to pay, my brother would let me use his car and stuff like that, so I was kind of, paying on that, insurance and stuff like that. I was living with my brother, helping him pay rent and stuff like that.
No, what was your responsibilities at Dollar General? What did you do?
Oh, I was a manager. I was assistant manager, so, basically I locked the store, cleaned up. I'm over, a couple of employees and stuff like that, just, the basics.
I remember when I called him when Tennessee started recruiting him, and you texted me back. You're like, "Hey man, my shift ends at such and such time. I'll call you after my shift."
He didn't say that. He said, "New phone, who this?"
No, he already knew who that was.
I'm just kidding.
New phone, who this?
New phone, who this? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Dude, it's remarkable, man. I'm telling you, not many college football players will be able to be at the position that you're in, going through what you went through. So,
yes,
man, just hats off to you, man. I know your parents are getting proud.
When you see his story, knowing where you've come from and everything, how much respect does that give you for him?
Honestly, I didn't know your story at BY until
I think I told you, didn't I?
either you did, I think you might have, but man, when I found that out, I already had so much respect for you, just how you attack every day, how you work. But just knowing your story, man, it's unbelievable. I'm proud of you, man. I couldn't imagine, honestly, that. Your story is like you said, something out of a movie. It's a hell of a story, and just the amount of respect I have for you, and just the way you attack every day, the way you work. Yeah. It's truly inspiring.
Appreciate that, bro.
And people don't know this. Me and BY are actually locker mates in the locker room.
Yeah, we right beside
next to each other.
Was that number? No, I mean. How's that work out? It's not name or number.
When the new staff got here, our locker room was basically the row that I had. It was majority O-line, and we had a couple wide receivers, a couple different people scattered in there, but it was majority O-line. So they wanted to bring the team together and put some D linemen, some O linemen, some DBs, wide receivers, put all positions in one row, and then, you know, it was scattered out throughout the locker room.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. My next question, both of you guys, you know, the family atmosphere. And people talk about it, but I think it's for real when you start seeing players, babies in the locker room and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's just different. You know,
Yeah.
I've had guys with, you know, with kids on the team, but, like, they didn't bring their kids into the locker room. That's just a whole other dynamic. So
We had Turnage on the locker room Sunday night, and he brought his daughter, Aspen, you know, and your daughter ended up holding her while we did the interview with Brandon. So, I mean, it is. I mean, you know, you got Tyon's, you know, little one. I mean, there is a certain family feel to it.
No doubt. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely special. It's fun, you know, going to work with those guys and you know, being able to have success on the field with them. We all work so hard, and just being able to see, you know, the fruits of our labor, you know, come true. And it's just
no kids, right? Either. So, how is it for you guys, like, watching your teammates be dads? Like, it's one thing to watch a ball out in the field, watch them, you know, put the work in the weight room, because that's normal. But, like, watching them kind of outside of what you're used to seeing them, being a father, like, what does that do for you guys? Maybe your respect level, maybe, you know, your goals and aspirations after football. Like, what does it do for you guys?
you know, when guys in college end up having children, you know, I think it brings out an extra why factor for them.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's something bigger than just themselves at this point. You know, they've got a mouth to feed, and, you know, I feel like they go to work every day just to, you know, thinking of that. Like I know personally for me, if I had a child, that would be my mentality every day. You know, I mean, like, you got a child to feed, so, you know, I mean, you come to work a little bit. I don't know. I feel like you just see things differently, like, when that happens.
You're older. How much differently do you see life? Not just football. Take football off everything. How much differently do you see life now than maybe you did 5 years ago?
I say it's really different. You know, the fact that I already been in the real world. I just see it different. Like from coming from the real world to college, you know, I'm a different person from high school. I feel like I'm a more mature and responsible and stuff like that. But yeah, I see it is really different.
You?
From 5 years ago, man, I was talking to somebody the other day about, like, how different, like, how much somebody changes in, like, 3 years. And for me personally, I think I just look around sometimes and I'm just like, wow, like, I'm just thankful to be here. Like, every day, like, waking up is a blessing, you know. I mean, every day is not guaranteed. Your health's not guaranteed. And so something that I've learned, like, within the last 5 years is just, like, not taking things for granted and just looking around and being just, you know, thankful that I'm here, that I'm breathing, that I'm walking around, you know, just enjoying the little things.
Smell the roses.
No doubt.
As you go through it.
What do you guys know about Checker Neyland? If I just say Checker Neyland, what comes to mind?
Oklahoma, 2016.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, same.
Loudest Neyland I've ever heard it. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, 15, but yeah.
Was it 15?
Yeah, it was 15.
Yeah, I didn't remember. But I was at that game, and it was freaking rocking.
So, like, the cool story about that is, like, 2014, Tennessee goes to Oklahoma, and Oklahoma striped their crowd with red or whatever color.
Red and white, yeah.
Red and white. And so very, very loyal fans said, hey, what if we did the same thing, but we checkered Neyland? And then that was the idea, and then Bloom, you know, next year, Checker Neyland was born. And you guys get a chance to see that this weekend.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be phenomenal. So
Have not done it since 2017.
yeah.
What game was it, 2017?
Georgia 2017.
You haven't had a reason
I was at
to
that
do
game,
it.
too.
You haven't had a reason to do it until now.
Well,
I just said I got a reason now.
the checkering and the alternate jerseys were not a thing of Coach Pruitt or
Correct.
Coach Fulmer, for that matter. So Coach Fulmer was never going to push for checkering anything. You know, Byron, when you've been to Neyland thus far, can you imagine it being louder in a night game and all that? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because this is your first night game because you missed the home open.
Yes, sir. Honestly, I'm ready for it. I keep going to YouTube, and I keep going to that Oklahoma game in Tennessee, and just hearing the crowd and stuff like that. I heard it versus Pitt, but I wasn't on the field. But I heard it. But this time I know it's gonna be much more louder. It's a night game.
Sell out.
Sell out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild. I'm ready for it. I know the ground gonna be shaking. So, yeah.
How much when the crowd's into it like that? How much does it really fuel the defense?
It do. Like especially on third down. We already know what's going on. Like, you know you about to pass it. We're not fast. You know they're going to pass it. It's about, but he'll say it's like 3rd and 10, 3rd and long. You know, we already know they're going to pass it. I'm just getting off the ball. That's all.
Pin the mirrors back.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking into the tackle eyes and getting off the ball.
Offensively, we know, like, the opposing offense, it affects them. I mean, we saw on Saturday a couple different false starts, but it also can affect the defense, too, because you guys are trying to communicate in the back end. And talk to each other, maybe communicate with the front three, front four. Was that the case on Saturday where, you try to communicate with each other?
A little bit. Say if I'm trying to talk to the other end, yeah. But if he beside me, I'm good. But, like, it was one play where I was kind of, he ain't heard me. It was. I mean, we knew what we was doing, but I was trying to get his attention for a minute. But, yeah, we was on the same page.
He won't hear you this Saturday either.
Nah, yeah, he won't hear me definitely.
Because everybody's got all day to tailgate, which means they're going to be extra rowdy.
Yeah, I was talking to someone that went to their first Tennessee game this past weekend, and I said on a scale from 1 to 10, it's probably like a 6.5, 7 noon game. I was like, next week, if it's a night game, it's going to be closer to like a 9 or 10. Like it's going, the doors will fly off. Yeah, man, especially if we come out and jump on Ole Miss early like we did against Mizzou and South Carolina. That way the crowd's in it early. Then it'll be a hard day for Ole Miss.
Danny White's been listening to the fans. The fans have been pushing for Checker Neyland. They did it. Pushing for more, people working the beer lines. They did it. People need to push for more, or for a return of third down for what?
No. Don't anyone tweet that.
I don't know about all that.
You will be blocked.
I don't know about that. The beat gets you going. But it's like when you stop and think about it, it's like third. What does that even mean? What's third down for what? What does that even mean?
Did he actually make that sound clip?
No, it wasn't him. It was Sterl.
It was Sterl, yeah.
It was Sterling.
Sterl the Pearl.
It wasn't Lil Jon that made the sound clip?
No, man, he's a Georgia fan.
What?
I mean, money talks.
Pretend like he was a Tennessee fan.
Owe him some money.
So, here, Lil Jon.
What would be a good third down music that would get everybody hyped?
Third down.
Is
no
there
country,
one?
Cade.
I don't even listen to country.
I'm messing with you.
That's what a lot of people probably don't know about me. I don't listen
Cade's
to country.
like George Strait.
No, I do love George
Check
Strait.
yes or no.
I think I'm doing
Alan Jackson ain't going to work,
I
Cade.
think I'm doing a CMT thing Thursday. They're doing like a SC. I literally just got a text about it. And I'm going to do it. And, I don't listen to any modern-day country. I don't listen to country. But I love George Strait. I like old country.
Bring
George Strait's definitely
that
my
Luke
favorite.
Bryan out there, man.
Luke Bryan.
No.
No.
Shake it for me.
He's more of a Sammy Kershaw guy. Cade's a Sammy Kershaw guy.
I don't know who that is.
Byron's like, who's Sammy Kershaw?
I thought he played baseball. No clue.
That's Clayton.
Clayton
I
Kershaw.
thought that was Clayton's brother.
Byron's from Georgetown, which is just outside of Myrtle Beach. Favorite Myrtle Beach attractions, what?
I don't really like the beach like that.
Me either.
Yeah, I don't like the beach like that. I don't know. It's a lot to do down there though. You got the fair down there and stuff like that. Going on a script sometimes. Pretty fun.
Just don't go
Do
to
you like
the
the beach, Austin?
No, I like being in the ocean or at the pool. I do not like sand.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't
Not a
like it.
sand guy.
Big Disney guy, though.
That's me, yes.
What's your favorite Disney snack?
But that was already asked today on his show this
Well,
morning.
I wasn't at the show. What's your favorite Disney snack?
It is the cinnamon roll, which is back at Gaston's Tavern.
Have you ever been to Universal? I'm sure you have.
Yes, I've not been in a long time. Since my kids were born, it's just been straight Disney.
Yeah. Have you ever had their churros?
No.
Universal churros are premium. But they're the only churros I've had, so I don't know how to
So
stack
you're a
them
big
up with
theme
anybody
park
else.
guy.
I love theme parks. I think I'm probably too big to ride a lot of the rides now.
Oh, you're not.
Because
You're
No.
not.
I'm not?
You're
No.
not.
No. Okay. I'd love to go.
So you like rides?
I love rides, yeah.
I'm with you.
I hate rides, man.
I need to wear a diaper if I'm going
I
to
hate
do
them
that.
with a passion.
Yeah, I don't do scared rides.
So you're not a Disney or Universal guy.
What's your fear of rides though? Like what? Like I've never
falling.
I like going there, but the ride,
I like my feet on the ground.
It's too high.
I like my feet on the ground. That's it. I just like my feet on the ground.
You don't like elevators either?
Well, I just like being in control.
Yeah.
Like
What about driving? You're never in control.
Are you truly
driving.
ever in control of those things?
But you have zero control on a ride.
Yeah, you're just holding on for dear life.
Zero. Like driving, you got a little bit, maybe, but like on a ride, zero.
What's your favorite Disney ride? When's the last time you went?
Okay, so my 7th grade year, my parents took me and Cooper to like Orlando for spring break.
Yeah.
And like we were a little older. Like I was 7th grade, he was 5th grade, so we were a little old for Disney. But we still went and like walked around and like we probably stayed there for an hour. I think we went and rode Space Mountain. We rode Space Mountain and then left. But we spent all our time at Universal, SeaWorld. SeaWorld was my favorite.
SeaWorld's good.
All the little Disney like attraction parks. What are they called? Like Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, you got Hollywood Studios. Yeah.
Yeah. And whatever the other.
So
ones
much
are.
of that's changed now with Star Wars and all that stuff.
Harry Potter World was cool in Universal.
I know we're getting sidetracked here. This is becoming a 2-man show, and I could dominate.
I'm
this whole thing
learning.
talking
I'm learning. I got
I'm
kids.
learning too.
I got to make that trip here soon. I just tell them, hey, Austin Price told me to come. I get the discount.
Just get the churros.
Yeah, get the churros and the cinnamon roll.
Well, my season pass just expired last week.
Should have went, man.
I know. I
You
should have.
You should have went last week. It wasn't like
We're thinking
it was much of a game. Last 2 weeks,
we're
anyways.
thinking Disneyland at Christmas.
Sounds good to me. When's my invite?
You can go.
I need to go, man. I got kids that are getting older, so I need to.
If Tennessee plays really well down the stretch, maybe they'll get into the Capital One Bowl, and Kate can go
that'll work.
as part of that.
We'll be down there.
Incentive to play well
We'll
down
do
the
it.
stretch.
Yeah, we'll have to make that a Swain event, Tennessee Prime field trip right there, AP. Volquest field trip. Let's do it.
Oh, man. Tennessee Prime Bowl edition from Disney's Boardwalk outside Epcot. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about the matchup with Ole Miss as the Rebels roll into town this Saturday for a 7:30 kickoff. That game on the SEC Network. For Cade Mays and Byron Young, Jason Swain. We'll be right back on the other side.
Locally owned, Gus's is located on Sutherland Avenue and has been voted the best fried chicken in every city they've ever gone to. Throw in some delicious and mouth-watering sides, and it's easy to see why Gus's is a must-have at your dinner table. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's.
Ever wonder what the best source of Tennessee and college football talk is? Tune in to the Swain Event every morning from 7 to 10 a.m. You can listen on the Swain Event app or catch the live stream on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook Live. If you can't listen in real time, it's all good. Just click on the podcast icon in the app and listen at your convenience. Get all the information on the Vols all year long with the Swain Event. You will not find a better mix of Big Orange news and opinion anywhere else.
Volquest.com has been the gold standard for Tennessee football coverage for over 20 years. Led by an experienced staff with over 600 games covered amongst them.
Speed, and then some more speed.
Volquest takes you behind the scenes with features on coaches and players. For only $9.95 per month, find out why Volquest continues to set that standard.
And welcome back to Tennessee Prime here at Gus's World Famous Fried Chicken on Sutherland Avenue. Oh, we got to let Cade bring us back.
I'll close us out today.
All right, you close us out.
Cade will
All right.
bring us back. Cade will close us out.
They close us out. Okay.
So Tennessee plays Ole Miss coming up on Saturday, 7:30. BY, how much are you looking forward to this game, and what kind of challenge does Ole Miss present?
I'm really looking forward to this game. Same pace offense we have, pretty fast. I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I'm really looking forward to the speed and stuff like that. We pretty, used to the up-tempo. So, yeah, I'm pretty used to it.
Hey, man, it's a great
How
opportunity.
different is that, though? How different is that tempo, their tempo, because of the different play calls? What do they do differently, maybe, that you guys will have? I mean, is it? I don't think it's the exact same, right?
Nah. Well, they do more read options. We don't really. I mean, we do some read options, but like what I've seen on film so far, they do a pretty much a lot of read options and stuff like that. Quick throws in the middle. That's what they usually look for, the tight end mostly. We do more run up the gut, spread the field a little bit. But it's kind of like the same concept a little bit, same speed.
Man, when you play in this conference, there's a chance that every week you're going to play multiple first-round picks. And this week, BYU, you get a chance to play against a guy right now in the top 3, top 4 in the Heisman race, and Matt Corral. What kind of challenge do you see, his play being, and the opportunity to be able to play against a good player like Matt? How do you guys feel about that?
I think it's going to be a pretty good challenge here, a really good quarterback. I'm looking forward to playing against him. Just got to stop the read options and contain them. Don't let them break loose. That's our biggest one of our biggest situations. We trying to come in the game, contain them and stuff like that. I think we'll be okay if we do that.
When you look at Ole Miss defensively, they run a lot of 3-2-5 or 3-2-6, which is different.
For sure.
Do you expect them to see something different this week, or they just kind of are who they are because of depth, the concerns they have?
I mean, any week, you could prepare for something. The team could come out and do something completely different. So, that's that. But, I mean, all the games they've showed so far, they've come out in their 3-2 defense, rushing 3, dropping 8, trying to, they'll give up the 10, 15-yard plays, but they don't want to give up the big one. So, just got to run the ball well, when the passes come, hit those passes, just play clean, like we've been doing.
How important is it to capitalize? Because if they're going to kind of like bend but not break, that means they're going to let you drive the field. So that means you're going to have to be good in red zone, scoring offense.
For sure.
Is that something that Coach Heupel and everybody's kind of harped on, making sure, once we get down inside the 20, we got to get touchdowns, not field goals?
Yeah, they might be harping on it in other rooms, but, I feel like that's always a key, winning ball games is when you get in that territory, you got to punch it in for 7 because, with their offense, they score a lot of points. So when you get down there, you got to come out with 7 and not 3 because, you start stacking up threes. The 7s go a lot faster than the 3s do. So it's definitely critical for this game.
When you play against a team that's ranked, and in this case Tennessee is not ranked and Ole Miss is ranked 13th, you guys look at that and go, hey man, here's a chance for us to kind of get some national respect, maybe knock those guys a peg down, or raise yourself up a peg, or do you just not look at the rankings and just worry about getting better every day and treating each game, like an opportunity to be 1-0? What's kind of you guys' mentality there?
I don't really pay attention to it. It's just a number at the end of the day. They still got to go out and play. We still got to go out and play. So at the end of the day, it's just a number. Whoever plays the best is going to win. So just try to go 1-0 every week.
They like to run the ball, Byron. Last week they had 2 100-yard rushers, and then Corral was right there hovering at 100. They almost had 3 100-yard rushers. What is it specifically they do well in the run game?
They good at getting loose, getting vertical seams, really fast. I think they really catch a lot of guys off guard with their speed. So as soon as they hurry up and huddle up, I think some teams don't have time to get to play. So they'll catch them off guard with a big run like that. So they do really good at doing that. Like I said, the read options. Matt Corral here, read it, take off wide open seam. So I think if we could contain that, that would be really helpful for us.
I keep going back to, I think the key in the game is, they're going to make some plays in the air. They're going to, pop off some runs, but not letting him get the extra plays. Like last week, it was, I think, a 3rd and 15, and quarterback from South Carolina squeaked out the backside and picked up 17 for a first down.
Yes,
not letting those type plays happen.
Yeah, those are the type of plays I'm talking about, like on a 3rd down, 3rd and 15, and we know the only thing we got to do is contain them. And we just somehow let them sneak out there. That's one of the main plays that could hurt us. We already tired on the field, and we let them do something like that. That's one of the main plays I'm talking about. We got to contain them.
How do you fix that? How do you address that?
Just got to play our gaps, be responsible, keep the edge, just doing what we've been doing from day one, you know.
How important is it to get you know, the guys that have kind of been nicked up, Cooper, Theo, Jabari, Tyler in your case, get those guys back out there this week? This is kind of like an all hands on deck type of game, right?
Yes, sir. It was great to have, you know, to get them back. Like with Tyler been back though, but you know he was getting a little, you know what I'm saying. But he been back. Cooper coming back. It's a huge help for the O-line. I'm thinking Jabari with the running backs and stuff like that. And Theo with the defense, really big help.
I mean, defense right now is tallying some major numbers as far as the tackles for loss, getting national recognition, being ranked real high in several defensive categories. What's the next level you think for you guys? I mean, you're happy where you are. You thrilled about, you know, the progress that you've made, but there's another level, right? You want to get better. What areas do you want to get better at? What's the next level do you think for the defense?
Well, next level. I just think like we just need to keep doing what we're doing and just keep playing our responsibility. We're getting better every week. I don't think it's really a set goal we're trying to get to. Just keep doing what we're doing right now. You know, just keep on trying to, you know, keep pushing, keep grinding, and then success gonna come.
Okay, what's the next level for the offense? I mean, 60 points against Mizzou, 28 points in there in the first quarter against South Carolina, second week in a row. But I'm sure the coaches found something that, you know, you guys can get better at. What's the next level for the offense in your opinion?
Just trying to make all four quarters look like the first one of the South Carolina game. You know, we hit a bump in the road at halftime. We didn't really come out and do what we needed to do in the second half. You know, we missed some key things where if one guy would have done something different, you know, we would have scored a lot more points in that second half. Just running the ball. Yeah.
I go back the play where Cedric Tillman was running wide open against Pittsburgh and Joe threw him. The play where you stacked him at Florida and Javonte got loose deep. Last week, you know, you had the similar play where Hendon acted like he was going to run, stopped, and threw it. Those kind of little wrinkle plays that, you know, they've been getting guys wide open on. What's been your favorite? You know, I love last week's because everybody thought he was running it, and all of a sudden he stepped up, and then Javonte was like wide open.
Yeah, last week was cool. That was probably my favorite one just because, you know, I feel like we ran 3 plays back to back to back, and it just caught them off guard. They were flat-footed, and you know, I mean, we converted.
Man, there was on that drive, I think, you know, Bayless caught the ball, got tackled, gave the ball to the ref, and then like lined up in the backfield. And I'm like, yo, like, is this cause that y'all have like 2 or 3 plays together and you just kind of remember them?
Yeah. So sometimes, you know, we can come off the sideline and have 3 plays calls, 2 play calls, just something, you know, where we want to get out there and have a really good tempo and stuff and try to catch the defense off guard. And then there's some drives, you know, we come out there, we might huddle up, and then you know, tempo might be a little slower. So there's situations where you guys may have 3 plays called back to back to back. You have to remember them, and then you're running them back to back to back during the course of a game. Yeah.
Wow.
Flip it to the other side of to the defense. Tim Banks, his personality. How's that been meshing? I mean, it seems like you guys are really a cohesive unit on the defensive side of the ball. He was kind of the unknown coming in because, you know, he hadn't been a DC in a while, hadn't been a DC in this league, and it seems like, you know, he's hit the ground running, and you guys have really kind of took a hold of it.
Oh yes, sir, definitely. Coach Banks, he's really a great guy, great coach. Everything he's doing, he really care about us and stuff like that. Care about the team, care about the defense, and he's trying to put us in every position to win. Every week.
How many different personalities you got on that defense? You got Eckler, who's ball of energy. You got Rodney, who's like, you know, grandpa, and then you got Willie. You know, it just seems like they're all kind of different. Nobody's the same.
Yeah, definitely different. Coach Eckler always juiced up, hyped up, ready to go. And you got Coach Garner, all about business. You got Coach Banks. Coach Banks really, he in the middle. You know what I'm saying? He really don't show too much emotion. He always engaged. Yeah.
I mean, I'm good, man. I'm just sitting here waiting for Kay to steal the show and send us out. That's what I'm
Sending out?
Yeah, man. It's time to
From
go.
Gus's Fried Chicken. Thanks for checking in.
Yeah, it's
Love you guys as always. Be safe. See you Saturday.
Are you in the
This
orange
is
section
Tennessee
or the
Prime.
white section?
Loud and proud.
Are you in the orange section or the white section Saturday?
Ain't no section on the field.
Sure there is.
Nah, ain't no section on the
Well,
field.
we're wearing orange, so
Oh.
orange section.
Orange on orange or orange on white?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Do you know?
I don't.
Let it be a surprise, Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it be a surprise, man. Don't be that kid at Christmas Eve trying to open up the presents. Just wait till Christmas, Austin.
little
Just
peek.
wait.
Yes. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you back next week.
Oh, man. Good stuff.